Operative Graves reporting in. Researcher, I trust your time off was well spent. We've received updated findings following the retrieval of Anomaly 7019, identified as John Volpe's, Acting Commander of Mobile Task Force Epsilon 11, Nine-Tailed Fox. Since acquisition, the subject has undergone intensive interrogation under the supervision of our Department Head of Truths and Reconciliations, Dr. Stephen Strathmere. Preparations for re-education are currently underway. However, progress has been minimal. The subject remains consistently combative, uncooperative, loyal beyond what we initially projected. I'll begin playback of the latest transcript now. Strathmere. I will ask again, 7019. State your command credentials and provide your clearance code for the Foundation SCIP net. 7019. Go fuck yourself. Strathmere. Your continued defiance only prolongs your circumstance. Cooperation would... 7019. No, it wouldn't. Go fuck yourself. Strathmere. Very well. Your resistance leaves us little room for conventional procedure. Enhanced interrogation techniques will proceed as scheduled. 7019. Do what you need to do. I'm not giving you anything. Strathmere. Yes. I'm beginning to believe that. Which is precisely why we'll be skipping ahead. Standard interrogation has proven ineffective. A more nuanced approach is required. Protocol 12 has been authorized by Delta Command. I strongly advise you to reconsider your position. Relinquish the information you're protecting. Because once we begin, you won't be defiant. You'll be begging. 7019. Then stop talking. And do your fucking worst. 7019 is currently undergoing Protocol 12 as we speak. Protocol 12 is not an interrogation method in the traditional sense. It is a cognitive realignment procedure. Rather than extracting information through force, Protocol 12 systematically dismantles and reconstructs the subject's identity, targeting memory pathways, loyalty anchors, and ideological constants. What emerges is not compliance, but conversion. By the time the procedure concludes, subject loyalty will no longer be in question. It will be absolute, inherent, indistinguishable from the subject's original sense of self. Once complete, we will proceed with full clearance retrieval, granting us access to Mobile Task Force Command protocols, and further access into the Foundation's SCIP net infrastructure. At that point, their systems stop being secure. They become ours. That concludes today's operational update, researcher. Take a seat while I access the archive. Today we're covering SCP-5688. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-5688 is to be stored in a sealed containment unit located at Site-22 and kept under surveillance at all times. All reality destabilization events which occur within this containment unit are to be logged for future analysis. In the event that maintenance of this containment chamber is required, SCP-5688 is to be removed from the unit prior to personnel entering. All research proposals involving SCP-5688 must be authorized by Dr. Hendrick before being enacted. Description: SCP-5688 is a giant human hand, 3 meters in height, and 1 meter in width, which was unearthed by Foundation personnel during scheduled underground expansion of Site-22. The area around SCP-5688 is subject to extreme and sudden destabilization of reality, with no known indicators preceding these events. It is currently unknown how Site-22 escaped being affected by these reality destabilization events prior to SCP-5688's discovery. Periodically, SCP-5688 will twitch and spasm. This behavior does not appear to correspond to any specific stimuli. Addendum 5688-1 Testing log. The following is a record of specific tests undertaken in order to measure the specific forms that reality destabilization events surrounding SCP-5688 take. A full record of all tests is not available upon request from the Site-22 archive. Test 5688-1. Testing personnel D-94911. Stimuli. D-94911 is instructed to shine a flashlight on SCP-5688 in order to measure its effects on light. Result. No result when flashlight is shown upon SCP-5688. However, when it is subsequently shown upon the far wall of the containment chamber, a shadow resembling a spiral is briefly visible. Test 5688-2. Testing personnel D-49264. Stimuli. D-49264 is ordered to make physical contact with SCP-5688. Result. D-49264's left hand, which was not making physical contact with SCP-5688, shrinks rapidly until it is no longer visible. Once removed from the vicinity of SCP-5688, the hand returns to its normal size. Test 5688-3. Testing personnel D-99134. Stimuli. D-99134 is ordered to strike SCP-5688 with a sledgehammer. Result. D-99134 strikes SCP-5688 with a sledgehammer with no visible result. 2 days later, D-99134 is found dead in his sleeping quarters, with his tongue twisted into a spiral shape. Security recordings show no unusual phenomena during the night. Test 5688-4. Testing personnel D-22131. Stimuli. D-22131 is ordered to fire upon SCP-5688 with a handgun. Result. D-22131 fires upon SCP-5688. Alarmed by the sudden gunshot, D-22131 returns fire and shoots D-22131 in the stomach, causing severe injuries that result in their death shortly afterwards. D-22131 is safely retrieved from the containment chamber and treated for shock. Test 5688-5. Testing personnel D-591134. Stimuli. D-591134 is ordered to wash the blood off of SCP-5688 using a hose. Result. Upon the water making contact with SCP-5688, D-591134 violently explodes, showering the containment chamber and SCP-5688 with blood and viscera. Test 5688-6. Testing personnel D-591134. Stimuli. D-591134 is ordered to wash the blood off of SCP-5688 using a hose. Result. Nothing happens, and continues happening. Addendum 5688-2. Interview log. The following is a record of Dr. Henrich's attempt to ascertain whether SCP-5688 possesses any form of sapience, and if so, what level of control it has over the reality destabilization events that occur in its vicinity. Interviewer, Dr. Henrich. Interviewee, SCP-5688. Begin log. Dr. Henrich simply steps over it and enters SCP-5688's containment chamber. Remaining at a safe distance, he begins reading from a list of questions. Dr. Henrich. Hello. Can you understand me? Are you aware of where you are right now? Please, twitch once for yes. Do you know who I am? Can you hear me? This is pointless. What level of control, if any? SCP-5688 twitches. Dr. Henrich. Hello? Are you there? Damn it. Well, That's all she wrote, I suppose. We're done here. Dr. Henrik turns and leaves the containment chamber. End log. Dr. Henrik enters the observation chamber, breathing deeply and rubbing his temples. His coworker, Junior Researcher Darnell, looks up at him sympathetically from his seat. Junior Researcher Darnell. Well, it was always a long shot, sir. Dr. Henrik. I know. It's just that I thought we had something there. When it twitched, you know? Junior Researcher Darnell. With all due respect, Doctor, it does that all the time. I don't think we should read that much into it. Anyway, you're done for the day? Dr. Henrik. Oh, what? No. We've got plenty more work to get done today. Junior Researcher Darnell. The thing is, sir, I've just received a message from the site director. I've been ordered to order you to go home and get some rest. Dr. Henrik. Well, I suppose if it's an order. Junior Researcher Darnell. Grab some shut-eye before you end up collapsing, Doc. Dr. Henrik. Yeah. Guess I'm clocking off then. Dr. Henrik walks to the observation chamber exit. Normally, this door is locked, but it's okay. Dr. Henrik has a keycard with access. He swipes it and leaves the room, entering the hallway outside. He begins walking towards the main entrance, passing Dr. Kerr as he goes. Dr. Kerr smiles at him. Dr. Henrik enters the main entrance chamber and approaches the security desk. Security Officer Graham sat at reception desk. Heading out, sir? Dr. Henrik. Apparently. Security Officer Graham. Man, I hear that. Security Officer Graham presses the spiral key on his keyboard, and the main door unlocks. Security Officer Graham. Signed you out, sir. Drive safe, okay? Dr. Henrik steps out of the main entrance of Site 22 and blinks blearily, rubbing his hands together as a result of the unexpected cold. It's midnight out in the desert, with the moon shining in the sky like a spiral. This man approaches his car. Normally it would be locked, but that's okay. He has his car keys. He unlocks the car door and flops down in the front seat. He doesn't notice what's in the back. Dr. Henrik starts the car and begins driving home to his house. It's a long drive. It looks like the white sand of the desert stretches on forever. He doesn't notice what's in the back. He passes a billboard advertising a small local claims lawyer. You've seen that kind of advertisement before, haven't you? The lawyer's name is Mr. Carson, and his eyes are like spirals as he follows the car's progress down the highway. Dr. Henrik. That man's car hits a bump in the road. Shit! The headlights of the car twist outside like a spiral, illuminating Dr. Henrik's house. The white sand of the desert seems to stretch on forever, and there's nothing else. The house is 3 stories tall, and the lights are on. Dr. Henrik gets out of the car and tightens his coat around himself. It's so cold. He knocks on the front door of his house. A woman, Dr. Henrik's wife, answers the door. Her facial features are circumvoluted. Dr. Henrik. Hello, can I come in? Dr. Henrik's wife. Dr. Henrik. Can you understand me? Dr. Henrik's wife. Dr. Henrik. Do you know who I am? Dr. Henrik's wife. Dr. Henrik. This is pointless. Please, can I... Dr. Henrik's wife slams the door shut. Dr. Henrik unlocks the front door and walks into his house, yawning and stretching. He doesn't notice what's in the back. Dr. Henrik, laughing, but a bit nervously, like when you don't want to admit you're unsettled. Mary, you won't believe the kind of day I've had today. Mary has left the television on. The film Revolutions is on. Dr. Henrik. Ugh, Jesus. Dr. Henrik turns the television off and begins climbing up the stairs towards the bedroom. Dr. Henrik. Mary, you've left the TV on again. Electricity doesn't pay for itself, you know. Dr. Henrik opens the door of his daughter Mary's bedroom. When he sees that she is fast asleep, he can't bring himself to wake her up to tell her off. He quietly closes the door again. He doesn't notice what's in the back. Dr. Henrik rubs his eyes. Dr. Henrik. No rest for the wicked. He walks off to his bedroom and opens the door. He takes off his clothes and gets into his single bed. He turns out the lights. He doesn't notice I am in the back. I step out of the back. My limbs twist like a spiral, and my head tolls like a pendulum. I slowly approach Dr. Henrik's bed, where he is gently sleeping. His eyes are closed. I raise up a counterclockwise fist. I gurgle. Dr. Henrik opens his eyes. Dr. Henrik shouts. I bring down my fist on Dr. Henrik's head as he tries to jump out of bed. The first blow disorients him, and he collapses to the floor as blood drips from a small crater in his skull. As a result, he can't do much about the second or third blows, which leave him face down on his favorite carpet, which rapidly undergoes a change in coloration. Now he is gurgling too. Little Mary does not wake up. I clumsily pull back Dr. Henrik's sleeve, revealing his long, thin arm and beautiful, soft hand. Normally, this would be attached to his body, but that's okay. I have a handsaw. Once I've successfully retrieved the object in question, making my way down the stairs to my backyard, I tread softly so I don't wake up little Mary, who's sleeping so softly. It's cold outside, and the moon is shining in the sky like a spiral. I find what I'm looking for. A nest of ants is expanding its nest. White-coated drones and faceless queens hard at work. Sneakily, stealthily, I bury my prize underneath their nest. I am a giver of gifts, a generous thing. Once they find it, one of the ants begins to approach it. A stray drop of blood makes the approach towards the hand somewhat difficult, however, but that's no problem at all. Dr. Henrik simply steps over it and enters SCP-5688's containment chamber, remaining at a safe distance. He begins reading from a list of questions. End log. This anomaly's disruptive potential is staggering. If its reality-destabilizing effects could be directed towards targets of our choosing, we could fracture Foundation personnel without ever firing a shot, turning their own causality against them. I'm going to forward this file to our Xenobiology Research and Utilization Division for immediate evaluation of control feasibility and weaponization parameters. That's all for today, researcher. Dismissed.